It's Sunday, May 12th, 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is a complete honor, a privilege to speak with all of you on a daily basis. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Share these videos all over your social media. Share these videos with your family, your friends. Share these videos with people you don't even know. Let's continue to sound the alarm. We are in very, very big economic trouble here. We are going to see huge repercussions socially. So we got to be preparing. We've got to be warning people to get prepared. Keep the comments coming, the comments down below. You people who continue to comment have woken up so many people. You've gotten so many people to take action. I really appreciate those comments. God bless you. You've really helped a lot of people. Now, the first article I want to share with you, I've got articles, jotted down some notes, got some data here. The first article coming from The Hedge, it's titled, Average Credit Card Debt in the United States Now Soaring Past $6,500. Now, I was reading this article late last night. It is shocking, it's startling, and it's extremely concerning. New Jersey leading the nation at $8,155 per credit card. Connecticut, number 2, $8,011 per credit card, followed by Maryland, New York, and Alaska with the average credit card debt of more than $7,600 per credit card. Per credit card, not complete household credit card debt. This is per credit card. This is a staggering number. Last year, almost 45.5% of this nation, the United States population, opened at least one new credit card account. That is a staggering number, resulting in 542.6 million new accounts by the end of 2023. If this doesn't tell you where this is all going and how bad it's going to end, I don't know what does. But 542.6 million new credit card accounts last year by the end of 2023. That is an absolutely unbelievable figure right there. Americans, no doubt, love their credit cards, and no doubt they're running to credit cards in order to pay for essentials. They're paying rent, they're paying utility bills, they're going to the grocery store with these things. It is just an absolute staggering amount when you think about how many credit cards are out there and how many trillions, well, over, what are we at, $1.1 trillion of credit card debt, and that number is climbing every day. 31% of Americans right now are not paying their bills on time. Could be utilities, could be cars, could be a rent. They're not paying their bills on time. This is also a very, very concerning number. So when we look at how many people are running up credit card debt, how many people last year applied for a new credit card account, and the average interest on a credit card is around 23% right now. I mean, these people are never going to get out of this debt, because it's going to get bigger and bigger and more difficult to pay down as the economy becomes more difficult to deal with, as people lose jobs, or they get their hours cut, or they get their wages cut, whatever it might be, a flat tire, an emergency. How are people going to keep up with these bills, especially when they have 5, 8, 12, 15 credit cards? This is really scary stuff, and it's a real barometer of just how bad the U.S. economy is, and just how bad the average consumer in this country is. Yes, you can go out and see people at the restaurants, you can see people driving cars. How many people are using credit cards to make a car payment, to go out to dinner now, to take a weekend trip? Many people now are falling behind on the payments, and this facade that we've been seeing and living for many years in this country is beginning to crack. And people that you know, who you thought were really doing well, you're going to find out they weren't doing so well, because once they tap out the credit cards, the buy now, pay later plans, the cash reserves, the savings accounts, the retirement accounts, once they've tapped all that out, they're in big trouble. You're going to know people who are going to face homelessness. And I've been saying that for years, and people used to laugh. But now people aren't laughing about that anymore, because they themselves know that they may be facing homelessness, or they already know somebody that has. This is no laughing matter. This stuff is not a game. People are going to get hurt. People are going to go homeless. People are going to lose everything. They're going to lose their houses. And you know, this is not a joke. There's nothing entertaining about it. It gives me no satisfaction to talk about this on a daily basis. I just want everybody to think about what's happening and take action to protect yourselves. There are people out there that think this is a big joke, a big game. It's almost like they think it's funny when people lose a job or they lose a house. I think it's horrible. There's nothing, I mean, this is going to ruin and destroy people's lives. And you think about how many people out there right now who have absolutely no savings, and they're going negative every month, they're in the red every month. How long can they continue to do this before reality sets in? If they don't have a family, they don't have a good church to fall back on, they're in big trouble. Here's another one from the Hedge today. McDonald's admits consumers are broke with planned reintroduction of $5 meal deal. If they bring back the $5 meal deal, think about the quality. What will be the amount that they're going to serve you? What will be the quality? Serving will go way down. The quality, I don't know how much lower the quality of McDonald's can go, but could you imagine what you're going to get for $5 at your local McDonald's? I wouldn't touch it, because I think that some of this food is almost becoming dangerous to eat at this point, without a doubt. King World News, shocking. People are broke, including $100,000+ earners. It says, take a look. If you get a minute, check out the article from King World News. 42% of those with household income of more than $100,000 report being behind or delinquent on buy now, pay later payments. You know, people will say, well, there's no excuse for people making $100,000. They shouldn't be broke. They shouldn't be behind. But, you know, if you were making that money a few years ago, you were very, very comfortable, you know, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Problem is, when you have a household, and say your household has 3 cars, your insurance goes up on 3 cars, the HOA goes up on your house, the taxes went up on your house, the property insurance went up on your house, your health insurance on you and your wife went up, the tuition for your kids' school went up, food costs soaring, you know, 20-30% in the last 3 years. It's very easy to see how people can fall behind, and this is why you're watching the people in the middle class are being absolutely decimated. They were doing good 3, 4, 5 years ago, making a combined income, a household income of $100,000, $120,000, $130,000. But now it's not, because everything has gone up to maintain the lifestyle. And so a lot of these people are going to have to cut back, and they're not going to be middle class for very long. Many of them are falling out of the middle class. And this is really, really sad, because the middle class is the backbone of this country. 28% of Applebee's transactions were tied to limited time offers or promotions. That's an interesting number right there. How about Uber Lyft rides? They grew 23% year over year. And you know, one of the reasons I believe it's going up is because so many people have lost their cars. They don't have a car. So what do they have to do? They have to call an Uber or Lyft to take them somewhere, because their car's been repoed. So these are shocking times, shocking data, without a doubt, and it's going to continue, unfortunately, to get much, much worse. And there are still people out there, you know them, I know them, who are ignoring what is going on. Some of the brokest, bankrupt people you know are the most asleep. Here's another one today. 152 layoffs planned as North Alabama manufacturing plant closes. It's called Linamar Structures USA. It's closing its factory in Hartselle, Alabama. Closure begins August 15th. They produce parts for various vehicle manufacturers such as Honda, BMW, John Deere, and General Motors. I looked at Hartselle, Alabama. There's a population of only 15,000 residents, people living in Hartselle. And you have to think that, yeah, this is, you know, not, you know, 10,000 jobs, it's 152 layoffs. But think about the tax base in this small town now when this company closes down. Think about the tax base being gone. That pays for the police, pays for the fire department, pays for schooling. How about other companies that really, really depend on a larger company like this? Maybe it could be restaurants, could be a transportation company, it could be a landscape company, it could be a warehouse company. There's a lot of dependency with some of these larger companies in these small towns, and when they disappear, it's going to affect all the little the little surrounding companies too. So, now there's 152 people at a company like this one in Hartselle, where people aren't going to go to lunch on their lunch break, and they're just going to not be able to maybe shop in the surrounding area with some of the local retailers. And of course, the tax base is going to be a big deal, because this is a small town. And you lose, 152 jobs in a small town like this, it's a big deal. And this is up north near, I believe, Huntsville. There's a lot of tech there. There's a lot of engineering companies there. Everybody is feeling the pain. Orange County homeless population has skyrocketed in recent years. If anybody is shooting videos in Orange County, they should be going down into parks. I was, 6 months ago when I was in Huntington Beach, I couldn't believe the amount of homeless people in Huntington Beach, Fountain Valley, living under the overpasses. If anybody's shooting videos in Orange County, they should be going and really exposing what's going on with the homeless population in Orange County. 7,322 people homeless, living on the streets of Orange County. Absolutely unheard of. When I lived in Orange County many, many years ago, you rarely ever saw a homeless person. Now they're popping up everywhere. It's a 28% increase from 2022. They said, oh, that's only going to happen in the bad parts of Los Angeles. It's not going to happen here in Orange County. It won't happen out here in Palm Springs. It's not going to happen in nicer areas. Skid Row and Los Angeles has spread all across America. We have seen a homeless boom unlike we've ever seen in the history of this country. And these numbers are very, very conservative numbers. Does not include how many people are sleeping in their cars at night. Many, many more people are homeless than you think. Here's one from The Hedge. Your tax dollars at work in 2 years, $7.5 billion has produced just 7 EV charging stations. What are your thoughts on this? How do you feel that your tax dollars, I'll tell you right now, this just infuriates me. To think how much money is being wasted. It's not being mismanaged. It's literally being lit on fire and burned. This is unacceptable. People should be outraged. A total of 38 total parking spots. This is absolutely disgusting. It's repulsive to think that $7.5 billion of our tax money went to 38 parking spots for EVs to charge their batteries at these charging stations. Again, not mismanagement. This is literally taking your tax money and lighting it on fire. What are your thoughts on this? This is just, it almost angers me to think how we're just burning money like this when we have homeless people in Orange County. We've got homeless people out here in Riverside County. We're sending, billions of dollars to all these other countries. Companies are going under, small businesses are struggling, the middle class is being decimated, we're going deeper and deeper into debt, and this is where we spend $7.5 billion. Now, I think you could literally have a 5th grade education, and you would say, I think there's probably some better places we could spend $7.5 billion, and this is not the place to be spending it. This to me is literally criminal. It really, really is. We are seeing so many people, so many businesses suffer in this country, and yet we are burning money up on fire like nobody even cares. Here's another one. This comes from the Daily HODL. I believe it's HODL. World central banks buy $24 billion in gold in 3 months, setting new record. That's 290 physical tons of gold. They did this in the first quarter of this year, 2024. It's a record, and you have to ask yourself what is going on. Let me ask all of you, why did the central banks so far in the first 3 months of 2024 buy $24 billion of gold? Why? What is going on? What do they know that the average zombie does not know? What are they preparing for? What are they hedging against? What are they insuring themselves for? You've got to really think like something is going on. And this is a lot of physical gold. And the average, we see the average citizen in China, South Korea, buying gold. Most of the world is buying gold. And here people are just running up credit card debt and just trying to hang on. The world is about to change. There's no doubt about that. With what we're seeing with the new financial system, the BRICS nations, the amount of record-breaking gold sales that are taking place, something is coming, and unfortunately, most of this country will not be prepared for it. I'll tell you who will be prepared for it. The billionaires, the multi-millionaires, politicians, big corporations, big banks, they'll be prepared for it. I mean, let's face it, Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan Chase, they hold a lot of physical gold, a lot of physical silver. They're not selling it. They're holding it in their vaults. Why is that? But they never talk about it. They never tell you to do the same thing. They don't tell you to go out and buy it. They don't tell you to protect yourself. They just keep telling you to buy into the stock market, keep running up more debt. They're going to have the war chest, okay? Whether it's cash or gold or silver, they're going to have the war chest to come in and buy up all the sales that are coming. Here's another one from the hedge. Northern Israel is literally on fire after attacks. So things are also heating back up in the Middle East, and we'll see if that has any effect on the markets this week. Probably not, because nothing really affects the market other than the hope that Jerome Powell is going to cut rates. That's about the only thing. War has no effect. Unemployment, the economy, job losses, businesses going out of business, the national debt, unfunded liabilities, none of this really has any effect on the stock market because it's so detached from reality. The only thing the stock market now cares about is when is Jerome Powell going to cut rates so that they can access cheap, easy money again. I'm going to finish with this last article. Actually, these last two. Boardwalk Empire star Steve Buscemi, punched by Maniac in random New York City attack. This dude has been in a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows over the years. If you saw him, you would definitely recognize him. But 66 years old, strolling through Kips Bay last week when he was punched in the face unprovoked. Taken to the hospital, he will be okay. I just bring this up as a reminder again. And this guy was actually in the 1980s. He was a firefighter in New York. And now, he's a well-known actor. And he's just walking down, the streets of New York and just randomly gets punched in the face. I mean, this is the society we're living in. And you've got to be so careful. You've got to have situational awareness. But please get yourself in shape and please learn how to defend yourselves. This is this is becoming an everyday event now. You don't know when it's going to be your turn. So you could exercise situational awareness, but what happens when that's not enough? What happens when you're going to have to deal with confrontation? I don't want you going to the hospital. I want you to be able to protect yourself, take care of yourself, take care of your family. So invest in some training, learn how to take care of yourselves. And the last one coming from the Telegraph, nearly half of all cancer cases are linked to obesity. Get yourself in shape, eat better, stay away from McDonald's. I've cut McDonald's out of my life a long, long time ago, and I'm happy I did it, no regrets. But there is so much bad food out there, and people are sitting around too much, not moving, not doing anything, and they run a high risk of dying of cancer. And I don't want to see anybody die from cancer or any of these other diseases caused by obesity. There's no excuse to be obese now. You can get out. The weather's getting good. You can get out, get moving. And of course, why are you not learning to defend yourself? You should be doing that. Invest in yourself. Be a stronger person. Be more independent. Be able to take care of yourself. Eat better. Train harder. Move more. And you're going to live longer. You're going to have a healthier life. You don't want to die, especially if you have a family. You owe it to your family to live as long and as healthy as you can, be as mobile as long as you can. Look, we're heading into real tough times. You do not want to be, 300 pounds, winded and out of shape. You may have to, with the events that are coming, you may have to get up and move really quick. You may have to defend yourself. You may have to defend your family. You're going to have your body in the best shape of its life. That's what we should all be doing right now, is getting in the best shape of our life, optimizing our bodies right now. You know, I see all these people out there on these videos too, and they'll talk about, you know, training and you diet. These people look sick, okay? The people that are always trying to sell you a pill or take this, take that, watch this, watch that, it's going to change your life and get you in better shape. Don't take advice from people who look ill and look like they're physically going to die any day now. There is no magic pill. There is no magic formula. It is getting to the gym. It is getting outside and moving. It is eating better. It is getting to jiu-jitsu. It's getting to boxing. It's getting to Muay Thai. It's moving. It's training. It's sweating. It's putting in the work, the training. It's taking the time, maybe making sacrifices, and cutting something else out and investing a couple dollars in yourself and getting the right training. So I highly recommend that you do this. You don't have to take advice from anybody. Just go do it. Go train, eat better. I promise you, you're going to be in much better shape. I promise you, you're going to lose weight. I promise you, you will not regret that decision, because you will look back and know that you now have challenged yourself, you have dedicated yourself to a program, you've stuck to it, and that right there is a huge accomplishment. And you're going to get the physical rewards for it, the mental rewards for it, and there's nothing negative about eating better and getting in better shape and knowing how to defend yourself. There's nothing negative. It's all positive. So I think everybody should do it. That's my advice on this Sunday. God bless every one of you. I don't want to sit here and rant. This is not a workout show, but you know, I've been doing it. I'm walking the walk the best that I can. You know, I know there are people that are doing it. God bless them. If everybody was working out, learning self-defense, walking the walk, setting goals and challenges, and, you know, making these sacrifices, man, we would just be, I think we would just be a better country, more self-sufficient, tougher. Something to think about, right? So I'm going to leave it there. God bless every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you. God bless.